Yo, hello guys, it's your girl Ruth here today. On today's episode is a very interesting topic, and the topic is how to overcome low self-esteem. Yes, you heard me right. It's one of those topics we wish we could talk about more often. And without further ado, I'll strike right to it. So, I'll start by answering this question. What is low self-esteem? We need to first understand the problem in need to come up with the solution of how to tackle that problem. So what is low self-esteem? Low self-esteem is the feeling that you are not good enough, feeling of worthlessness, feeling like you sometimes wake up and feel like nobody will love you enough. You are not needed, you are ugly, you are not good looking, you are too fat, you are too thin. You just don't see anything good with yourself and feeling like you'll never amount to anything. That is basically low self-esteem, or feeling like nobody will ever love you or accept you or need you at any point. Yeah, it's actually the worst feeling anyone can experience. And now, having understood what's low self-esteem, we come to the elephant in the room. What causes low self-esteem? The primary cause of low self-esteem is emotional abuse. This could come from anyone close to you. This could be your family, your friends, your parents, your siblings, your primary caregiver. Anyone who has had contact with you from a young age, because this has often low self-esteem often emerges when you are exposed to emotional abuse from a young age or as a teenager. Those are very delicate years for a child and for a person. That's when they are discovering themselves, when they are getting to know who they are. And to do that, they often look around. Because, to know me, I have to look at the people around me to tell me who I am. And unfortunately, people don't see the good side of you. They'll tell you, they'll focus on the wrongs. You make one mistake, they'll never forget. They'll define you from that perspective. No matter how many good things you do, it will always be about that wrong, which is actually bad. So, there are some statements that when you hear them over and over can lead to emotional abuse and consequently low self-esteem. Comments such as you are good at nothing, you never do anything right, you're always making mistakes, or you have a big body for your age or a big butt for that matter, sorry. But the key word is you getting fed up with negative words. And unfortunately, when these comments and these words are thrown at us at our prime age, they stick around. They stick around. We adopt them. They stick in our mind, and we eventually use them to define ourselves. Like if you are often told that you are ugly, you are not good enough, eventually when you look at the mirror you see an ugly face, because that's all you hear, like I'm ugly, so you believe you're ugly. Over time it's the only thing you are hearing. So emotional abuse is a very sensitive topic. It's a very sensitive and often overlooked. It's actually the worst because it destroys your self-image and the way you see yourself. This is a very deep dimension, and I would love to explore it, but I'll end up taking the rest of this video doing so, which will deviate me from my purpose, which is how to overcome low self-esteem. So I'll go to point number 2 on what causes low self-esteem, and in this case it is another cause is failure. let's say you are going to school and you don't ace your exam, you don't pass your exam, you failing. So with repeated failure, you feel like a loser. You stop believing in yourself, you stop believing in your ability to perform well and to ace and to get good grades. So you lose confidence in your life, in yourself, excuse me. So over time, you start to see yourself as a loser, and eventually you feel like a loser, which is nasty and very nasty to yourself and to your well-being. And regardless of the cause of low self-esteem, it's a deadly vice and can prevent you from living a happy and fulfilling life, and worse, it can prevent you from growing to your full potential. Having summed those causes of low self-esteem, I want us to go to the next point, number 3, which is the question of how do you overcome self-esteem. While overcoming low self-esteem might seem like a mountain to the victim, overcoming it is actually not that hard. With the right effort, with the right mindset, you ace it, you overcome it, and you start seeing the good in you. You over time, you don't even you have lived feeling worthless and feeling like a nobody for a very long time. But when you learn to get rid of that negative thinking, you are eventually in a position to overcome low self-esteem. So I must say this: there is no pill to overcoming low self-esteem. There is no pill. There is no magic pill that you just swallow and boom, you start feeling good about yourself. You have to. It's a process, just like anything else. You have to invest a lot of effort and time in order to be able to overcome it. So now, Sami. So now, how do we heal from this? I'll show you how, and I know this guideline will be very, very helpful to you. So, first and most important, to overcome low self-esteem, you must change your thinking. Yeah, I said it. You must change your way of thinking, how you see the world, and most importantly, how you see yourself. Notably, you have to know that it's not about how people see you or what they say about you, but rather how you see yourself. Let's digest that. It's overcoming low self-esteem is taking your power back and controlling your life. You stop looking outside, you start looking inside. You start to tell yourself who you are and where you're heading and who you want to be. So every morning when you wake up in the morning, I want you to say to yourself these words or something close to it. I am beautiful, I am amazing, I am perfect, I am the best. I'm the best there can ever be, actually. And when you say this to yourself repeatedly, you eventually start to believe it. And actually it's at the second point. Before you go to sleep, you have to look over the day, remember that the positive things that happened to you, smile, embrace them, and let go of anything else, any negative thought, any negative experience you have had. You have to put that day to rest. It has already happened. Let it go. Look forward to a better and more fulfilling tomorrow. Point number 3. During the day, During the day, you have to focus on the good side of what you are doing. Let's say you go to work, you are able to do your job, you are able to maintain that job. You have to see that as something good. You have to see yourself as winning, because if you are not good at it, they would have fired you. So no matter what your boss is saying to you, whether he's calling you a loser, calling you a good for nothing, well, if he is doing that, the problem is not you, honey. The problem is him. You know, people who are happy, people who are contented with life do not go around pouring bile at other people, even in leadership position. So if they say nasty things to you or always putting you down, you have to see it the way it is. They are the problem, not you. Okay? So the fact that they don't fire you, no matter how much they don't like you, means you are good at it. Remember that. Let everything else swim by and you forget it, and carry the fact that you are good at your job. You have to see your goodness, because if you are not seeing how good you are, nobody will. I'll not come and tell you every day that you are good at something. I'll interact with you for a day, and so is everyone, or two, and you'll do one wrong, and that's what I'll carry. I'll see how bad you are. So you have to remember you are good, how good you are. And let's say you are a stay-at-home mom. Okay? If you are a stay-at-home mom or father, actually you are doing an amazing job. Wow. So let's clap for you. You are doing a job that people hire others to do for them. It's one of the hardest jobs that has no manual, no training, nothing. It's up to you to put in all the effort and to figure it out. So appreciate yourself. The keyword is appreciation. Appreciating you, because if you will not appreciate you, certainly people are not good at it. Nobody will appreciate you. And if every morning you're waking up, you complimenting yourself, before going to sleep you are reflecting on the good in the course of the day, you are focusing on your little achievements, no matter how little they are your achievements. Nobody can earn them, nobody can take them from you. They are yours. Embrace them. Feel proud of yourself. If you're feeling proud of yourself, trust you me, you'll overcome that feeling. Now, what I'm trying to tell you and to show you in this, about telling yourself this and what you are doing, is that in order actually, let me start here. It's that your thoughts define your feelings. What you think, the thoughts you feed yourself determine how you feel, and how you feel about yourself is everything. If you feel you are okay, let me start here. If you're telling yourself that you're ugly, you start to feel ugly. When you feel ugly, you have low self-esteem. So you have to manage your thoughts. You have to control them, to take charge, and to change the way you think. So once you change your way of thinking, your life becomes a miracle. So in point 3, we are talking about getting rid of negative thoughts about you. You have to read them. Anything negative, you have to counter it. Yes, I might not have the body I desire, but well, I'm comfortable in it. I can walk around, I can do my chores, I can get where I want, I can do what I like and when I like it. So appreciate yourself, okay? And let me point this out. If let's say you have a condition, be it let's say you are physically challenged, or you have there's an issue that leaves you vulnerable to criticism, to judgment, check out my next video on why God lets bad things happen to good people. Trust you me, that video will leave you convinced and appreciative and having accepted yourself for who you are. Because it's about you. It's always about you. It ain't about your mama, no matter what she's saying. It ain't about your papa, no matter what they tell you. It's about what you're telling yourself. I want to tell you this evening, because it's evening and my time, it all comes down to you. You doing the magic. You are the magic maker. And let's say you are thriving you are working in a toxic environment where you are exposed to criticism, insults, and being put down. Also check out my next video, which will be how to change the people around you to the best. And that's basically it for today. Hope, not hope. I want to ask you to practice this for the next Sammy, for the next 30 days, and at least 10 times in a day. Don't forget to compliment yourself every morning. Take a mirror, go close to it, look at yourself, get close, and tell yourself that I'm amazing, I'm the best there can never be and there will ever be. Don't forget. Do that for 30 days and come talk to me. Leave me a comment. You'll be surprised. God bless you. And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It's always a pleasure talking to you guys. Subscribe for more of this powerful content, okay? I'll be blowing your mind off and helping you change your life in ways you have only dreamed about. Again, God bless you. God be with you. Goodbye. I love you.